All right, welcome to the weekly offload. So we had a bit of a false start just then. I've nearly knocked the camera with our guest Winston, but how you going, mate?
I'm going well. I'm going well.
Yeah, you excited to be on?
Look, I'll be honest. I'm a little nervous, but
Yeah.
excited as well.
Yeah, that's no. I think I was saying to you just before that, bro. That's very normal. We've had like big time rugby league players. We've had like people from one playground, and a common thing has been nerves. So yeah, you'll be fine, bro. You're a very good speaker, so you'll be good. But I did tell Winston that I wanted to do something later. So Winston did tell me in the gym that he was an aspiring actor, or you wanted to be an actor. Is that correct?
Look, I wouldn't say aspiring. It was more like a pipe dream when I was a kid.
Okay.
You know when you're a kid and you're thinking of wanting to do a lot of things, like being a firefighter or whatever.
Yeah.
For me, it was being an actor. I thought that'd be pretty cool. But look, it's in the works potentially.
Okay, I wanted to be a caterpillar. Is that the same?
No, absolutely not.
And I did think of something too. So you're my second guest from Maryland.
Yep.
And you're both Asian.
What's up with that?
Yeah, it's just because I couldn't tell you guys apart.
You reckon?
No. That's completely, for anyone listening, that's a joke. That's a joke. But it's great to have you on, man. Let's start with what would you offload about yourself?
Well, can you explain that? What do you mean by
So offload about yourself is essentially like, what is a quality that you'd actually like to get rid of that you wouldn't like to have about yourself? So a weakness.
Interesting. Look, I am working on it. I wouldn't say I fully eradicated. I do have a bit of a short temper.
Really?
Yeah, that's right.
I would actually not expect that. Okay, interesting.
Well, not expected from like how you've seen me around at the gym.
Yeah, but would you say, are you so I've spoken with Ollie V from Marrickville about this, and we are both kind of similar. And are you like us in terms of like, we are very easygoing, and then something tips us off? Is that what?
Yeah, I'd say the same. It's like normally, and I'm working on it, it's like I try to be pretty much unbothered by most things, but I'll have like a specific set of things that like I'm not like I will always get pissed at, or it always triggers me basically.
Okay.
So those things I'm trying to drop that list and make it smaller and smaller basically.
Can I ask you, you don't have to mention the incident or the person we work with, but has it happened at Maryland's?
No, not at all.
Nothing's happened.
Nothing along those lines. Like work's honestly chill as hell. Like no one's even done anything close to even get me close to being angry or upset or anything like that.
Interesting. Yeah, I actually wouldn't pick that, but as I said, that's probably also common for myself as well, which like, how old are you as well?
I'm
now?
28.
28. So like it took me a little bit, well, until basically now to work on that. So it takes a little while because I'm 36 now. So I'm pretty sure you will, because you're a smart guy as well. And I'm pretty sure you'll figure it out, man.
Yeah, like it's one of those like work in progress things. Like I'll just be doing it basically like forever, and I'm okay with that. And even if like I get the title of being like short tempered or quick to anger, whatever, so be it. It doesn't really bother me that much. But like I'll notice personally things about myself. Like I don't road rage anymore, but I used to. Like even driving to work, this guy in a Hilux blinding the shit out of me. Like that annoys me.
Early in the morning as well. Yeah.
But then I think about it.
That.
I think about it and I'm like, oh, well, I really can't do anything about this anyway. So there's no real point in trying to like get mad about it, even though it's triggering as hell in the moment. You know what I mean? So that's like that's the perspective that I've been trying to embody recently.
Actually, I don't want to brush over this because this is quite interesting, and I feel like as well, a lot of the guys at Maryland's would be pretty shocked.
No,
I think so. But I do also ask my guests, what's your weekly offload, what pisses you off? So was it road? Or do you have a bit of a list, bro? What's your...
Like, look, you sent me the questions. Sorry to out you, but like, and obviously I didn't prepare for them at all. So I was like, okay, let me think back really quickly as to what's pissed me off recently in the week. And I'll be like, shitty drivers annoy me, which is ironic coming from an Asian guy, but I'm actually a really good driver. Yeah, preach. Yeah. And then the other thing that annoyed me was like, and this is going to sound crazy, but like pussy ass men. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah, you can. Well, it's your bro. This is your podcast.
No, well, technically, yeah. All right.
So what? Elaborate on that.
So look, I've been single for like 2 years or so now. And I'm not like a Casanova or anything, but I'll go on dates, right? And one of the things I like to ask on dates is like, what's your dating experience like? I love to see what it's like from the other side. The girls I go on dates with, have dinners or whatever, and I'll be like, what's it like on your dates? Give me some date horror stories, whatnot. And it always is the same story. It's always like guys are just being retard idiots, and it's like it bothers me because I'm like, hey, I'm one of them, and you're here on a date with me, and then it's like it gives us a bad rap is what I'm thinking.
So you would say that you feel like you fall into this category?
No,
right?
no way. I'm the shining star exclusion from this category, but it's like it's given all males out there, single males, mid-20s, 20 to 30s, even older or younger, doesn't really matter. It just gives us all a bad rap if like the thought or the notion is that these guys are losers or these guys are like, they're not really men, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
That's my gripe of the week.
No, I do get what you mean. Is it the way they treat the women as well?
Yeah, and like the way they treat the women on the day themselves, like their behavior, their attitudes, it's just it bugs me. That's all.
Okay, I'm with you. The thing is, I thought you were maybe potentially going to go the other way and say like men. How can I say this? Because you know how there's a lot of discussion about masculine and feminine, and I thought, thought that might be unusual from you. I thought you were going to say, if a guy shows a feminine side, because when you said, but you're more saying when they, I didn't expect that from you, you're more saying when they don't treat women well, or they're just basically kind of
the duds, basically. Yeah.
Okay.
That annoys me
because that also gives you. But do you think, like with PT, when you have someone that says, "I've had a bad coach," sometimes I find that a positive. Because I feel like if they've had bad experiences, what you offer will be better.
Yeah, like they're at rock bottom, so the only way is up in terms of like what they receive. Yeah, look, I'd say so. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, and then I was gonna say, mate, can we talk about what about approaching women and things like that? Like, how are you?
I'm not the guy to ask that. I'm actually shy as hell. I don't know if you can tell, but you know what? I'll take a step back. It's like many guys, maybe, but like I've gone through my like slutty whore phase already. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm 28. I'm basically looking for like the partner of my life, right? So I'm taking dating pretty seriously. And look, to each their own. Doesn't matter if you're not, doesn't matter if you are. But for me personally, it's like if I'm pretty invested in a girl, I actually like her, I want to get to know her, then I crack under pressure. I'm shy as hell. I don't know what to say. I lose my stone cold cool demeanor. Like it's awful. It's awful.
The only reason why I asked you, and I don't think I would have picked that up. So similar to the temper thing, I don't think a lot of guys at Marylands would, one, think you did have a temper, or two, think you were nervous, but it was only because you did tell me that's the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
So we're not going to exactly say the person or anything like that because I don't want to out you on the podcast, but I know, was it something like following? Not following, you just said, could I go to the shops with you, basically?
That was my game. It was like, she was trying to run an errand and I was like, do you mind if I come with you? And I was like, wait, what am I saying? I am a complete idiot. It was pretty cringe, I'm not going to lie. But at the same time, I'm like, look, whatever. Like it was the first thought that came to my mind because I just wanted to hang out with them more. And I was just like, I'm just going to say this. No real thought on like the consequences on what it'd paint me out to be. I was just like, fuck, this is the first thing that came to mind. So I'm just going to say it.
Yeah, so and then you did go with her. What did she buy?
No, she was just running an errand, like shopping or something. And I was the dickhead walking with her, just holding 2 coffees. One coffee was my own, and one was for Noor at the gym. And he's like, I told him I'd get him a coffee. The guy's probably checking his watch. He's like, wait, what the fuck? It's like half an hour ago. Where the hell's my coffee? And then that ended in that. It was just...
I did tell you, I did say in the questions, we'll probably end up going somewhere like this dating. But I do want to, we can track back to it, man, because it's a podcast. But I do want to also ask you, you mentioned the gym and a few of the guys, Noor and things like that. For yourself, bro, because this is your first PT job, you're telling me.
That's right.
Yeah, what made you get into PT?
Look, honestly, it probably would have been like one of those things in the back of my mind that I thought I'd be pretty good at, but like never really committed to doing. Because like before I was a PT, I was like working an office job. I was like a consultant. Before that, I was like working in offices, and then I ran my parents' bakery for like a little bit under a year, right? And so a lot of experiences doing all this random stuff, but the whole time I was training, the whole time, like I love bodybuilding. And in my mind, I was like, yeah, this PT thing, I swear it's pretty easy. I reckon I got this in the bag. And then so when I like circumstances changed where like quit my job, didn't want to do this, hated my work, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna get my cert, try like apply to a bunch of gyms, managed to get the job at one playground, and then I was like, all right, let's see what I'm made of, basically. Yeah. And yeah, it ended up being like pretty damn good. Like I enjoyed it. It was fun as hell. I still like it. Well, I've only been like 3 months in, but yeah, like look, no real complaints.
But to be honest, I would say probably the 3 months is probably the hardest period in a way. Not just at one playground, but just as PT in general. So if you're liking it, that's good. But it's that also would be surprising because I know you have like such a knowledge of training and sort of physique and things like that. Did that just come because you liked it? Sort of, would you, let's say, for example, I got asked this question once by Justin, the owner. Would you, at, let's say, a Saturday night, would you be looking at, this sounds weird, not male anatomy, but would you be looking at anatomy or things to do with training? Let's just say that.
Yeah, like well, not male anatomy specifically, nah, but like all things fitness, all things training. I'm generally pretty interested in. Like all you got to look at is like my TikTok algorithm or like my Instagram reels, and it'll be like every 1 in 3 is going to be something to do with training. And the whole reason is like, yeah, I'm into that stuff. I like to listen. I like to learn. And it's been one of those like subjects that I can always fall back on. I can always be like, oh, this is cool, or this is new, or this is interesting, right? When I was working my jobs before, it would be like, oh, hot off the press, something cool happened in like the finance world, or something global is going down, or whatever, markets are screwed, and I'll be like, yeah, so what, whatever, type of thing, right? But you know, if a new study comes out in terms of best ways to maximize hypertrophy, or you know, this set better than this set, this exercise, then that exercise, it's like, oh, okay, this is cool to me, I like it. So yeah, it's always been around, basically.
Can I ask you as well with your clients, because what I found hard when I first started PT was I'd sit down to program, but because there's so much information, or I wanted to get it perfect. Like, are you that way, or are you, because you've sort of possibly written your own programs and understand the mechanics of it, do you find it easy to write programs? Which way would you say you're more towards?
I reckon it's pretty easy to write programs for me personally. And like my philosophy with training, like even before getting into becoming a PT, like I always thought that I've got a certain way that I think is going to work well for people that are trying to like reach their goals. Like if they're just looking to lose some weight, lose some fat, or, you know, they're looking to take it more seriously, step on stage, like I've got a methodology in my mind that's going to help with them. And a lot of the time it's always like adherence. Like I try to make exercise, fitness, going to the gym, I try to make it like part of their lifestyle, make it fun, and make them understand that like it's fun, it's pretty easy to do. And the moment that you do it and you keep consistent with it, you're going to start seeing results. You're going to reap all the benefits. And so for me, when I program, I basically just put my mind in like, if I was them, what would I do? Or what would I enjoy doing? What would make it so that, look, I'm happy to come to the gym. It's exciting to do this stuff. Like I'm ready to work. And so getting into that state, pretty easy for me. So I don't find programming really too difficult.
Man, what you just said can take years for PT, because I find some people that come into the industry and even they have come to one playground, they might have a lot of knowledge, let's say scientifically for a lack of a better word, but to apply it to a normal person, or even if they're so dedicated to their training, they find it quite hard, what you just said, to put yourself in someone else's shoes. So what you said's perfect, man. But that can take a lot of time. So you've fast-tracked it quite quickly.
Yeah, like I'm not perfect in it. Like a lot of the times I'd always think, oh, let's just put them on like a bodybuilding program. Because I know how to bodybuild, or like that's my passion at least. And it's like, look, if that's what you're after, I'm all yours. Like this is going to be perfect for you. Yeah. But then when I start to get clients that all they want to do is lose weight, or, you know, they're severely overweight, they just want to shed kilos, right? They don't care about hypertrophy. They don't care about mind muscle connection, any of that. Right. And so that part was like the learning curve for me. But at the same time, like what I said about like fitness, it's just fun to learn anyway. Yeah, like the more experience I get with it, and yeah, it's just been, oh, okay, this works, this doesn't work, I get it now, and then just add it to the bag, basically.
Well, Matt Duncan, I hope you've heard his podcast. Have you heard his podcast yet?
No, I haven't. Sorry, man.
But MD, but he said on here that one of the biggest challenges, or one thing he finds with clients, not clients, sorry, PTs, is that learning is linear in terms of they think it's a state in time. So they think whatever they are at that time, they should be better. Or they should be another they should be as good as, let's say, someone who's done it for 5 years or whatever else it is. But with PT, you're always changing, no matter what. You could almost even, I'll give Luciano, I'm actually giving him a rap here. Normally I make fun of him. He works at Marrickville. But I'll give him a rap in the sense that when he came, his dad was Mr. Universe.
Okay.
Yeah, John Torelli. So he had like extreme knowledge and things like that, but went into the job and was probably doing what I was just saying, maybe knowing too much. Yep. Yeah, and he said he would give the clients everything because that's what he thought, like that's what he wanted as a kid, was like all this knowledge and things like that. And he was like, I've given them all this knowledge, like why aren't they applying it? Right. But it's sometimes an overload for a lot of people. Oh, or also people are very hard on themselves. So if you give them 10 things to do and they do one, then that's a failure to them. Yeah. Or even some people, they'll do 9 things and they'll still be like, oh, sorry, I didn't finish it. Whereas you as a PT would be like, that's amazing. You did 9 would be excellent if my clients did that. But it's like, so he had to sort of backtrack himself. So I think, what you've done like in that short space of time. And as I said, another thing that people would be surprised, because I thought you had done PT before. I had no idea. I'd heard some of the guys were new to PT, and I actually would have put you probably near the bottom for someone who I thought would have been new. So thanks, man. You've done well. What about your first? Can I tell you about or ask you about your first client?
Oh, the one I made vomit, or?
Oh, I didn't even know this story. Oh, this is good.
No, it's not that good. I feel awful about it. I'll tell you about it. It was just like, it was a normal workout. Just a nice lady looking to lose weight. And I just put her through it. Basically, just put her through hell. I was like, 30 seconds, high intensity, on, then off, then 3 different exercises, go crazy with it. Did 1 round. She's like, oh, I'm feeling a little dizzy. And I was like, oh, look, we'll take a bit of a longer break. Yeah, just chill out for a bit. And then take the rest. 2 minutes pass. I'm like, how you feeling? She's like, I think I'm going to vomit. And I was like,
and she did?
No. And then I was like, look, I'll walk you to the bathroom, just chilling there for a bit. Like, just calm down, keep breathing, splash your face with water, see if you feel a bit better. She comes out like 5 minutes later. She didn't vomit, fortunately, but she was damn near close. And I was like, I think I pushed the intensity a bit too much there. So it was like, again, learning experience. And because it was my first time being a PT, like I'm really good at coaching myself, coaching like friends of mine with some years of experience in the gym, or like giving pointers there. But yeah, obviously someone new to the gym, someone new to exercise, I now see my wrongs, honestly. Like I was like, holy fuck, I put her through something pretty crazy, actually, on second thought. So now I was like, okay, be a little more gentle. Yeah,
I didn't actually know that story, so I wasn't asking to bring it up because, man, I can remember like my first client was a life coach.
Okay.
So I thought, you have that excitement of having a client, and then they came in. And who knows what he's doing now, or whether you believe in life coaches or not. Yep. But he knew a lot.
Okay.
So everything I was saying, so for example, if I put him on a machine, he would be like, oh, what, fair enough if it's lat pull down or something simple. He'd be like, oh, what does this work?
Yep.
But he was like very particular about anatomy and all this. So I remember after that session being exhausted, not from the physical workout, just from the questions that he hit me with. And I went back in the office and I said to the other PT, Caitlin, her name was, female PT, I said, God, is that how they all are? And she's like, it's funny he was your first client, because she's like 99% of people want to move, and what is more actually gives you more confidence because then you know you can train them correctly, but they don't really know, essentially. If you're good to them, I feel like, yeah, they don't really know your knowledge base, I would say, because sometimes they wouldn't know whether a PT was 10 years in or they just had you. Yeah. But I think it's more your confidence. And if you want to train someone correctly, knowledge is good too. But that's why I asked, but I wasn't sure about that story. Okay. Yeah. How'd you feel after the session? Was it like... did you feel down or you felt like, you know what, this is a learning curve?
Yeah, look, I felt bad for sure. Like I felt guilty because it was literally like my first client ever in this job. And I basically killed her and I was like, shit, I feel awful. And she was really nice about it, of course. She was just like, oh, like this is probably on me. Like this is my fault for not working out frequently enough.
And you're like, yeah.
Nah, well, I was like, look, it could be. Let's not write it off. But I was still like, yeah, look, sorry, my bad. Yeah, I didn't say like, oh, it's my first time doing this or any of that. I was just like, look, I gauged it wrong, my mistake. And like, that's a big part of me and like just myself as well. Like I'd rather be taking ownership of things rather than like blaming others. And a big part of that is just like, if I blame myself, then at least I can work on it. At least I can, find a way to improve. And so that part, pretty much intrinsic to me. Like I apply it in my coaching, apply it like in my job, apply it in real life as well. So you're looking at a guy that like basically loves to take responsibility. Borderline control freak, but I'd rather stick to the first.
Well, I was actually going to say, are you thinking of running, or do you guys have to run development and things like that, like at the gym?
I don't know if we have to. Like we're going to be sitting in on them, but whether or not we run them, I think it's going to be like you ask for it or you qualified for it.
I'm going to actually say you should run development.
On what? What do you think I should run?
I just think... I think you should go in the deep end and do a hypertrophy one. Whether or not you feel like there would be someone in the room that's like questioning what you're saying, but I actually think you're quite good at even just chatting right now, making. I shouldn't say this as a PT, but making training interesting chat. Because I find, I'll be completely honest, like I'm very transparent on this podcast. Yep. I've had a lot of trainers on. Sometimes when we go down the training route, it bores, even though I'm a PT, it bores the shit out of me.
Oh, really?
But I found that actually quite engaging. So I think like you on the stage or just running the development, I think actually you could help. Like not that they need help, but help some of the coaches at Marylands or wherever, because you can do it at all different clubs. The only thing would be the distance for us, but at this club. But yeah, you can run developments at different. But I'm gonna say I think you should do it, man.
Yeah, look, I'm not against it. I think I get a bit of like a imposter syndrome if I do it. Like there's definitely coaches there that have more experience than me, both like in the trenches actually training, but also in the trenches actually coaching as well. So I don't really feel like it's, and this is like my own thing, right? I don't really feel like it's my place to be like, oh, I know all of this stuff and this is what I reckon is a good way about it. I would more so phrase it as like, this is probably what I like to apply when it comes to like, training or in the sense of like hypertrophy and bodybuilding. Like this is my flavor on it. And that's been like something that I've always tried to like keep up with myself, right? Because I see a lot of trends and I see a lot of what scientists and whatever on Instagram, YouTube, etc. And I always think, oh, what's my take? What's my flavor on it? And then I apply that with my coaching, even my own training as well. So look, maybe something down the line. I mean, thanks for the support.
No, even just what you just said, I'm like, this guy should be running a development.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because even that you said that this is what I apply, that's going to resonate with the coaches. Because I've seen over the years at one playground, if you have one guy did a development, I don't know if he listens to the weekly offload, but I won't say his last name, but I'll just say his first. So his name was David, and he ran a development, and basically it was like... I wasn't there, but I've heard from many trainers. Basically, the development was saying that a lot of the trainers are not working hard enough.
Okay.
And then one woman is a mother, and she said, well, that's going to be hard for me to do, what you're suggesting as a mother, even what you're suggesting for me to do with my clients, but even for what you want me to do as a PT. Yeah. And he was like, oh, basically you need to suck it up. And like, so that wouldn't go down well, but your approach, it would be good.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Yeah, like, again, not against it, but look, hearing that annoys me, honestly. Like hearing a PT do something like that, it's almost the opposite. It sounds like he's not really putting in the effort. Yeah, to me, like the best quality PT is going to be one that like is really it's going to be results driven at the end of the day. Yeah, if your clients get what they want, that's good, right? But if you're doing it in a way where they're unhappy or it's not sustainable or it's only good for like the first 3 months, then I say that not a fail, but yeah, there's still areas of improvement.
Yeah,
and so
100%, bro.
yeah, like hearing that, Jesus, oh, you fucked your camera.
It's all good. You're back up.
Yeah.
All right, bro. So, yeah, I think you should do it, man. 100%. Like, I think it should be something that you go into really, because I think like you've got the talent for it. And I was just gonna say that guy I was speaking of, David. So he actually went on his own podcast.
Okay.
He spoke about us, like the Marrickville people, and he actually clipped like him saying this, so he wanted to put on social media.
Okay, there's intent behind it. Yeah.
Yes,
What do you say?
And he basically clipped him saying that at one playground, he told everyone at one playground that he wanted to reach 1 million people, and that we laughed at him. And the guest that came on, he basically, the guest that was on with him that is also being called out on social media for being a bit of a douche, he was like, oh, they just don't see your vision, man.
Okay,
yeah,
sure.
he was like, they just can't they can't understand your vision. They just can't.
They don't see it. Yeah.
They can't see it. Yeah, that's what he said. So
Interesting.
It'd be interesting if he does listen to this, but yeah, we'll see what happens anyway. And
Shit, I might have my first hater. I haven't even met the guy. Whoops, I didn't mean to actually,
Well, you didn't say anything. It was all me.
All right, fair.
But yeah, it's been great actually, like chatting about the gym, like with you, man. Because I think you're quite engaging when you speak about training and things like that. But if we can go back to the dating, because that's what the people want, man.
I don't think so. Sure. No, you know your audience. Go
That's
ahead.
what they want. So for yourself, man, how long have you been single, would you say?
I'd say 2 years. Like
2 years.
Coming up to 2 years.
Yeah. And you've been, would you say you've wanted a partner potentially for, how long would you say? You like 6 months?
Yeah, I probably was taking it a little more seriously within the last year or so. Like in the 2 years that I was single, like my circumstances were a little cooked, right? Because for like 3 months of the 2 years, I was working at the ski resort at Perisher. So I was like living there with like a bunch of like people straight out of high school, and I was like the only dude. I was the only Asian guy that was like 25-year-old and older. And
So they were 18?
Yeah, I was just like fresh out of high school and not going to uni or going to college or TAFE or whatever. And they're just doing that as like a winter gig job. Yeah. And yeah, it was impossible to meet anyone there. Ain't no way. Yeah. And so I was 3 months out there. And then another basically 3 months, I was in Japan working at a ski resort as well. So this was that little gap between when I was working in offices to starting PT. I had basically like a year to do the course. And the course was all online, fortunately. I'd say fortunately, but that was like intentionally, because I wanted to go work at the ski resort, snowboard nonstop, go to Japan, do the same thing. And I finished up my course like online, so it was super handy there. And so, yeah, impossible to date anyone. I'm not dating someone in Japan, like some foreign girl or anything like that. I'm more of a fan of like something close to home. And so, yeah, like 2 years, more realistically, like a year.
Okay. Yeah, interesting. I did not know that either. So what made you do that? Just for a break? Like not escape, but like, was it a little bit of that?
Yeah, like half and half. It was just sort of like, I just wanted to try it, to be honest. And I was like, I never went on exchange. I hadn't done like a working holiday or anything like that. I like snowboarding as like one of my other hobbies besides like going to the gym and getting freakishly big. So that was one of the things I just wanted to try. Yeah, and it was good fun. And talking about it now, it's a bit cooked because I actually planned like that whole year. Like the moment I quit my corporate job, I was like, all right, in 1 year's time, this is exactly what's going to happen. Yeah, I'm going to lay out my plan. I'm going to work 3 months at the Snows. I'm going to do my online PT course, finish that. I'm going to work 3 months in Japan. I'm going to come back. I'm going to land a gig. That'll be the year up, and I'm going to reevaluate. And what was so crazy was like it played out exactly how I wanted it to. I applied for the jobs, got the jobs. when I was at Perisher, like I met a bunch of my coworkers that were gonna go work in Japan at the end of the season anyway. And then they hooked me up, got me a job there, was working in Japan, played out exactly how I wanted it to, finished my like PT course, easy as, I wouldn't say easy, but like, you know, within my expectations, played out well again. So it's like, drew it up, it went out exactly how I planned it. And I was mad chuffed when I came back. And then, yeah, I just wanted to try it basically. She was like, yeah, why not? I'm not in a relationship, don't have kids. I still live at home with my parents. So like money's not the biggest issue because you get paid peanuts when you do those jobs. Like genuinely, I was getting paid like $17 an hour.
Oh, yeah, really?
Something awful. Oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have said that. But yeah, it was rough. Yeah, and I'm like 27 years old. Like I haven't been making minimum wage for like the last decade, right? So it was like, one was just to like get a taste of that lifestyle whilst also enjoying my hobby. But then it was, I'm not just going to sit at home all day and like do my PT course. I might as well try to do something. So I figured good timing, throw it all in one, do it in a year. Now I'm here.
I can understand that because I went to the UK at 29. So I can get that. How did your family, how did they react to that though?
See, I'm pretty fortunate. Like I'm the youngest of like 3. So I've got an older brother and an older sister. And they've got their own homes. They're established. My sister's got a family, all of that. I still live at home. My parents, I'm sort of fortunate because I was the youngest and sort of spoiled. My dad didn't really care. It was like, just do whatever the hell you want as long as you're happy. And that's been like his mantra since like day one. And then because of that, I've just, okay, sure, you said it. Like,
but is he like that with your siblings? No.
No. He is as well.
Okay,
but it was just like, it's reinforced. He's just been like that the whole time. So my parents were chill with it. My mom, yeah, she probably was like, still don't know why you quit your jobs, but as long as you're happy as well, sure, whatever. And I was like, yeah, cool. So I went off, did that. And no real backlash at all. Like a lot of support from the friends, a lot of support from the fam. When I was in Perisher anyway, it was only technically like a 5-hour drive away. So I would come back like maybe once a fortnight, once a month or something. So it was pretty cool.
And then the people that you lived with, was there like a lot of people on visas working holiday in Australia, or were they Aussies primarily?
It was like half and half. Like a lot of the instructors were from like all over. You got guys from like Europe, you got guys from the States, some Kiwi guys as well. I lived in a share house with 6 people. It was like me, these 2 dudes, and then these 3 other girls. And basically, like I was the oldest, and I felt like I was like the dad of the house. Like I was like cooking my own meals and doing all this shit whilst they'd like go out drinking at like the bars and stuff. And it's like I'm not against drinking or anything, but it sort of fucked with my gains as well. So I don't really drink that much alcohol.
You're at a different stage, like in your life.
100%. Yeah. And like they talk about partying and doing all this. I was like, bruv, that was me like 10 years ago. Like I partied way more than all of you combined. Just relax. All right. It's fine. I'm staying in tonight. I'm watching the footy. It's all good. You know what I mean?
So how do you find, because it's got a young crew at Maryland's actually. So how do you find, like, do you feel like you're on this, not putting yourself on a higher level or anything like that before anyone goes crazy listening to this. But yeah, how do you find, like, do you feel like you're at a similar stage to life to those guys, or you feel a bit different, or?
Well, it's a bit different at Maryland's because I actually like enjoy the company of the other coaches, irrespective of the age. With that one, I was like living with them. You know, I sort of just got like drawn lots, and I was like, okay, you're in this place with these 5 other people, like get along. You know, whereas this one, it's like, oh, you know, I get to know each of them individually. I'm not living with them; they're in like my like space and everything, so it's a bit different. And yeah, look, some of them are a bit younger. I get the compliment, I say, that they all think I was much younger than 28 as well. But it doesn't bug me at all. It's like, it's all good. Just get to know them personally, and then you'll see like everyone's got their own, I wouldn't say they're at different stages of their lives, but they just got their own like worldview almost. And it's just fun to like get to know them, see what it's like on their side. So
yeah, that's a good way to put it. I hate them.
Not really.
No, I'm just joking, bro. Because I'm sure they'll listen. Knox got a lot, man. You got a lot to live up to. Her's got a lot of listens.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was quite popular. So, but I'm expecting the same. I actually had Wade, a coach that we work with today. He goes, "How do you come up with the guests?" Because he goes, "You've had a lot of big guests on, and then he didn't say it in this way, but you're mixing it with coaches and things like that."
Yep.
And I did think you would be quite interesting, to be honest, on here. But really? You've blown me away, man. Yeah, it's even been better than I thought. Not saying I thought it was going to be shit, but I thought it was going to. No, I thought it'd be good. But yeah, you've got pretty interesting story. But I do want to try that. I do want to try something. I wish this was live, and I'd ask the weekly offload audience, and I'd say, should we act? I think we should, man.
No, you don't know this, the audience, but Matt has sent me basically like the most cringe-worthy script ever, and he goes, "Let's just act it out. It'll be fun." I don't. Yeah, look, we can try, but it's like
let's try. Let's try. It's a haunted house.
For the sake of your show, it's a haunted house. All right. Don't say I don't do things.
All right. Thank you, man. I'll definitely get you on again. Unless the listens are bad, then you're blacklisted. No, I'm joking. I'll get you on again. All right. You ready? I never wanted to be an actor, by the way, guys. All right, so it's the haunted Airbnb. So I guess I'll say so I'm the host and you're the guest, obviously. So scene opens with creaky door sound, thunder in the distance. All right, here I go. Okay, remind me again. Why are we staying in a cabin where the last review literally said I was possessed for 3 hours?
I don't even want to read because it's cheap, and because I brought my Ghost Encounter starter kit, $12.99 on Etsy. Bro, stop fucking laughing.
Okay, no more laughing. Okay. Well then, I'm sure we're completely safe. What's in the kit? Garlic, holy water?
No, it's just a candle, a rock, and a voice recorder I stole from my cousin. Suddenly ghostly wail.
Did you hear that?
I can't do this. It's such a bad
script. No, you're doing well. You're doing well. You're doing well. Did you hear that?
Relax. It's probably just the plumbing or a ghost with IBS. Spirits get gassy too.
Okay, was Mr. Ghost Hunter. Explain the blood dripping from the ceiling.
That's not blood. That's cranberry sauce. It's rustic. Farm to haunt.
Sudden bang. Whisper. Get out. Okay. It just told us to get out, like literally in English. Maybe we should listen.
Or, hear me out, we ask it for an acting partner. Think of the exposure.
Lights flicker. Guest pulls out the rock from the kit.
By the power of this amethyst, I summon the spirit to read lines with me from Les Miserables.
Ghost voice sighs loudly, then says, I hate musicals. Even the ghost thinks you're too dramatic.
Fuck you, that was awful. You've ruined my career. My digital footprint. My digital footprint is completely ruined now. I'm never going to get an acting gig. I won't ever get a modeling gig. I won't get anything. They're going to see this show. They're like, this guy's cringe. I hope you're happy.
I thought that was pretty good, man. I actually enjoyed that quite a lot. I reckon next time you come on, because I've just come back from Europe, but next time you come on, I think I'm gonna come up with a better script.
I'm kidding.
Maybe we could even do like a movie. I'll find a movie online. What's your favorite movie, by the way?
It's Ocean's 11.
Ah, really? Okay. Yeah, I've watched it before, but interesting. Not for a long time, yeah.
See, I'm a big fan of Stealing. I'm a big fan of George Clooney and Brad Pitt. And then, heists just, for some reason, I've got a particular fancy for.
Interesting. Okay. Mate, it's been great to have you on, but I wanted to sort of round off by saying this is a question. We actually have gone through the questions that I've sent you. That's a first. But where do you see yourself in 10 years? Like, it can be training-wise, professionally, personally, whatever you like, man.
Look, I saw the question, I thought about it, and it's like, there's so much I want to do in 10 years. Like, you know, not to sound morbid, but like, I think a lot about like, how much time do I have to do things, right? And like, the good example is going to be like, how many workouts do I have left? Like, I love working out. Don't laugh. I love working. It's probably like top 5 most enjoyable things for me, going to the gym and just smashing out a session. Doesn't even matter what I'm training, legs included, everybody. And
that's not Maryland, like.
Anyway, so it's like, I've thought about it. If I do 300 sessions a year, I do 50 more years of sessions. I've only got 15,000 sessions left. That's not a lot. You know, it kills me. So when I think 10 years, I want to achieve like so much. Like I want to start my own online coaching, online PT business. Yeah. I thought a lot about what it'd be like to live this sort of Instagram influencer lifestyle, like living in Dubai or Bali or Thailand, just shooting content and like filming workout vids and doing all these like sponsorship videos and whatnot. But I don't know if like I'd be interested in that. Like it's easier to say when I'm not amongst it, but yeah, like that lifestyle seems pretty cool. At the end of the day, in 10 years, I just want to be like, and at the core, it's just like I want to be able to be financially stable enough to take care of like hopefully my wife, hopefully my kids, my parents, my family, like my close friends. Like at the end of the day, that's the only real things that matter to me. And this journey of trying to get to that point is probably where the fun lies, you know. Using PT is like the vehicle for it. Like I'm very happy doing it. I feel fulfilled. It's a fun job. I don't even really see it as a job, you know. Like I see it as like I'm helping people lose weight. I'm helping people improve their lifestyle, helping them reach their goals. And then a lot with my training as well is like I usually don't keep it just within the gym. Like I'll almost to the point of like motivational speaker, I'll be like, oh, imagine like, don't you remember in day one when you didn't even think this was possible? Look, you've lost 10 kilos, your abs are showing now. Apply what you've done in the gym to somewhere else, like what you do for work, what you do in your relationship. And like, I say this from like a place of experience as well, because like training hard, like it isn't easy, you know, getting results isn't easy either. It takes like a lot of commitment. And so for me, if you're able to do that in one little like closed loop example of the gym and your health and your fitness, yeah, like the world is like, you can apply it to so many more things that you partake in. So why not, right?
Man, that was a great way to finish. I was going to say, because you mentioned the influencer, it's funny that it does on paper or when you look at reels and things like that seem like a good life. But I do think it could be lonely too. Do you know what I mean? Because you know how we see, I know you probably have it too. You do get tired seeing that many people because they emotionally, if you're a good PT, you give a lot to a session. So you can get tired. But on the flip side, I think, if you weren't seeing anyone, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like you'd have to have a good base of family and friends that you saw regularly, I think, because I think you could feel sometimes social media, I think, is deceiving. You think someone's happy or they're living the most amazing life. But I feel like, yeah, potentially that could be lonely. Yeah. Even with Bali, I've had a few of the girls on that moved to Bali, and I've asked them, like, is it really what it looks like? And probably mixed reviews. Just because, you know, also you got to be on your laptop a lot more than people think. They think you're like because you film yourself, not you wouldn't, but in a bikini, like laying by the pool. But that might be like the hour, and then you might have to work that whole time. So it's interesting. But man, whatever you do, I'm very confident in you. And I think if I write scripts for us to act in, man, I feel like we could be the next. I'm trying to think of who's in it. Ocean's 11's. It's not Brad Pitt.
It is Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt, yeah.
Sure.
So we could be the next Brad Pitt and insert other actor.
George Clooney.
And George. Oh yeah, Brad. That came out maybe 2010.
Probably earlier. I think. 2006, 9 maybe.
All right. Okay. The last one. What do you like? What qualities do you like from actors? What's your favorite quality from an actor?
Oh, look, it's a little hard. I'm gonna like rebound and literally say that I don't actually know them, so I don't know what they're really like.
Fair.
Like Keanu Reeves is a big headliner, right? He apparently can do no wrong inside and outside of Hollywood. He's in good shows. It's apparently a really nice human being. Yeah. If I were ever to become an actor, like it'd be the embodiment of what I want to be. Yeah, what I do and what I perform on screen, on stage, that's my job. Like that's something I've practiced for. That's something I've rehearsed. How I am outside of that, I'd wish to be as normal and as like myself as possible. Yeah? And I think the biggest thing for actors that I think that's pretty cool is that they can just switch on and off. Yeah, like you'll see like an actor playing a role, and it might really be like the complete opposite of what they're really like, right? And that's pretty crazy, well, to me at least. You know, they're able to convince a crowd. They're able to convince like audience and viewers through a script and through directing and everything else. But you get them to think like, wow, this guy's actually like a douchebag, or like this guy sucks, or he's evil, right? But in reality, it's just a normal guy. You know what I mean? I think that's cool.
Well, I reckon whatever you do, you'll be a success, man. And it's been great to have you on. We've taken a load off for this week.